Alright, what's up YouTube? Your boy back at it again with more initial D Touge Spirit. And a few things right off the bat to say. So this is actually the newest version that just dropped like yesterday. 1.0.10 I think. Which comes with some exciting changes. So first, and this kind of blew my mind actually, because on the last video, the creator, the dev of the game, commented and he heard my complaint about the audio. So guess what we have now? We have a volume slider for the music. It's crazy to me that like, I don't know, I just don't expect people to like watch these videos. So it's like the creator of the game kind of just like hearing me out. It is pretty cool. So yeah, now there's a volume slider, and I'm the reason, or at least part of the reason why. I think that's pretty cool. So some of the other things that changed, we'll see in a minute. I'll do a run with the 8.6, so we can see some of the stuff. But here, the first thing is that it's a winter map, so it's snowing. I like it a lot, to be honest. It's pretty cool. Another thing that is added, you didn't really see it there, but you can shift gears before the countdown's done, so you don't have to time it correctly, which is really nice. Trying to lock in so I can actually have a reasonable time here. The best in the 8.6 I think, but I don't know. I had some pretty good practice runs before starting the recording. Another thing that's changed is some of the grass cuts have been, I don't want to say removed, but like made a lot less effective. However, in my practice runs I did test a few of them, and I think the one that's most important to me is still like alive and well, and that would be the one going off the road. That would be the one at the big bend by the viewing area. Yeah, this isn't gonna be setting any records or anything, but this run that is. But yeah, it's the big bend after this this hill. You can still kind of cut into the grass there, which I think is one of the cooler cuts. Like the big grass cut towards the end of the run got completely gutted. It's not really... Oh, I hit the guardrail. No, you didn't get to see what I'm talking about. Oops. Alright, oh yeah. You saw it there for a second, but there's actually... You can enable the Stage 2 OST as well, which is also really awesome. So, a lot of exciting changes. And this time I'll try to get a little bit of a better run going, but yeah, I think the grass cut still exists on this turn coming up, but it's like a little bit rougher and less consistent. Like, let me try it. Okay. See, I don't know if that's just because I'm bad, or if it has been made a lot less viable. I wasn't super attached to that one, so it's fine if it's not good, but I feel like you might still be able to pull it off. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna try to actually finish this run all the way through, so I'll be maybe a little lighter on the commentary, but I've been been super busy lately, not only with like Thanksgiving, but classes are really picking up. It'll be exam season soon for me, so I gotta lock in a bit. Not that I really uploaded frequently before that, but yeah. I managed to do the grass cut that I was talking about. I think it's really cool, so I'm glad it's still in the game. I'm not gonna lie, I think I turned the music down a little bit too much, but it's, I guess, better than being too loud. If I had to give more constructive feedback about that, the sound settings, that is, maybe some more sliders for like rest of the game sound, because I think now the drifting sounds are kind of drowning out everything else. But honestly, I'm still stoked that the volume slider made it in, you know? I think it's really cool. So like, a lot of the like, I think it's kind of generous to call them grass cuts, and like these little hairpin turns, like you can kind of get like a tire completely into the grass, kind of like over the curb. Those are still like pretty much the same, and I don't really think it makes that big of a difference if you do or if you don't for that section. It's mainly this one that's right here. I used to be able to cut through the grass, and now there's a big old invisible wall that you crash into, which honestly is fine by me. Like I said, I wasn't really, not really that attached to it. And it does feel pretty cool to drift around that corner, so. I think it works out for the better. Alright, I gotta make sure I hit this drift coming up because it's a pretty cool one. Alright, not bad, not bad. Honestly, I'm not really sure what it is. If it's just because I took a break, or what. But the 8.6 is feeling a lot better than I remember it in the last version. I don't think anything changed. I think it's just, I don't know. I'm having a better time with it. 5.16 is pretty good. I think there's a new leaderboard on speedrun.com, so in theory I could submit this. I don't know if it's really world record material, but I mean, I didn't make any like huge mistakes. I think I almost spun out. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember at all, but I think maybe I'll up the sound, the music a little bit. Here. Nice. It also shows if you have unsaved changes, which is pretty nice. It's a good touch. Okay. And I believe, actually, I said earlier that the 8.6 was untouched. That's not true. I remember in the patch notes, I think it has a little bit better acceleration. And same with the FD, which is exciting. We'll give it a go, see how it feels. But yeah, I think actually I didn't do it in the last run, but I didn't mention it all in the videos before this either, but there are some fun little, like, it feels kind of wrong to call them cheat codes because they don't really, some of them don't really give you an advantage. They're just kind of like little secret inputs. But there's one added in this update, which gives you a little Christmas hat, which I just put in just now while I'm driving. So yeah, with the winter map, it really sets the mood, you know. Oh, I went a little bit greedy on that. But as you can see, I got pretty far into the grass before I hit anything. So like I could have like about one tire over, which feels appropriate because like the gutter thing from the show, like the gutters don't really hook you in like that in this game. Like, to a limited extent they do, but it's really more like in the sense that like you get your tire over the entire curve and then it kind of hooks on. So you can still do that pretty well just about everywhere you could before. Man, I'm really getting a lot of speed. I didn't even need to go into the grass. That's kind of interesting. I don't know if you could do that before, but if I'm breaking new ground here. I think I don't know, the FD's feeling pretty good too. Maybe it's that little bit of extra acceleration that is kind of carrying me. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just been, like I said, because I've been taking a bit of a break. Okay, I feel like that was pretty good just now. I kind of fishtailed it, but got back control. Not bad, not bad. You see, like that, I put my one of my tires over. It really wasn't that far in. And they kind of do, like, not exactly that, but, like, almost that in the show. Not on Mount Akina, but, like, it's something that they would theoretically do in the show. So I think it's, like, from a, I don't know, thematic standpoint. I don't really know what the word is, but, like, it makes sense, I feel like. Maybe not for, like, the extreme grass cuts that, well, really just the one that got removed. Like, it seems a little bit less practical to, like, do during a race, but, so it kind of makes sense for it to get removed, I feel like. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of fine with it either way. Like, you know, game is gonna change. It's still, I guess, technically in beta. At least in active development. So, which is cool. I think it's fun to see the game change so much. even though, I mean, this was not really like a crazy update in terms of like changes to the game, in terms of like dramatic changes to the game. I think all the changes were pretty welcome. 5 minutes. I'm trying to remember what my times were from when I actually raced with the FD. It's been so long, but I don't really remember off the top of my head, but I think 5 minutes is at least decent. Maybe I'll do one more run with the FD, and I'll try some of the other cars. Of course, I don't really want this video to go on super long. Mostly because I don't really have enough to say to like fill up that much time, but yeah. I kind of wonder how long it'll take before people start submitting to the speedrun.com leaderboard. It's like, I think right now, yeah, I think this grass cut here too got a little bit aggressively stomped out. As you can see, I didn't really get that far into it, and it blasted me in the opposite direction, which is something to get used to, I guess. But honestly, it feels kind of like, I don't know, more actually have no idea where I was going with that sentence. But I can still do stuff like that. So I really just need to get used to what I can do where. Yeah, I kind of spun out earlier when I tried to do a little grass cut on the first turn, but I didn't lose that much speed, so this could still be a competitive time, maybe. I wanted to see if I could do what I did before without, where I did that whole drift without really going into the grass or really sliding around. I'm not really sure how I did that, but we'll see what my time is at the end of this. And I think I've basically run out of things to say. It's kind of bad. I feel like that's my job. I don't know if the gameplay is enough on its own to really warrant watching. Wow. I'm surprised that turn went out that well. I feel like that was kind of crazy. I guess where I was fighting for control of the car, it kind of worked out. I should have seen that coming. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of thought about that as it was happening, but it happens. I wonder if bare minimum I can beat my 550 I got right before this run. Saw that coming. I was like, I had too much speed going into it, but I think this is, maybe I was like coming back from my break from this game. I was a little more conservative on cornering speed and stuff. And then when I push it to the limit a little bit more, I'll go back to liking the Salady again, and they can handle it a little bit better. Slid off the rear again. Which I saw people in the Discord for this game, which is linked on the website for this game, which I'll link below in the description. I saw people in the Discord saying they felt like it was a little more slippery, which I don't really agree with that, to be honest. It's 502. It was a little bit slower, but yeah, I don't really feel like it's any different. I think the creator said he didn't change the physics at all, so that checks out. I think maybe they just got like mind controlled into believing that it was slippery because it's the winter map. Yeah, I'll try the other cars. My last run with the R32 was kind of disastrous, so hopefully I can do better. I don't know what it is with this car, but this beginning section is like weirdly hard to keep. Like, I don't know, the car just kind of slides around, and it's like super. I don't know, restart, that was bad. It's like really like overly responsive. I don't know. I mean, I'm just not good at handling it apparently, because people get really good with this car, and I can't really. Yeah, it's just like, oh. Yeah, I'm like overdoing it and trying to fight for control of the car again. I keep seeing the second OST every time I hit the restart button. I'm like, oh, I should enable that. You know what, I'll just do it now. I don't really care too bad about the time, so. Okay, so I think what it is, I'm just turning way early because you can really, like, this car turns when you want it to, and it doesn't really drift, and I'm really beating up this guardrail, which, like, I know that four-wheel drive, which I don't even know if this car is a four-wheel drive, to be honest, but I think it's supposed to be or something. Fake fan. It's like four-wheel drive cars don't drift, they power slide or something. Regardless, this car just handles differently. I feel like this is the one car that I'm like, maybe a controller would be better. Oh, okay. I kind of cut it in a little bit there. Found the limit of what grass is okay and what isn't. But I think, like, I don't know. I just don't really understand this car very well. It's like, you can do some absurd. Okay. I'm having a bad time with this. I think maybe I'll skip some songs until I get something from the second OST is what I was going to say, but I'm not totally confident that I would know a song from the Stage 2 OST if I saw it. Now, sure, like some of them for sure, but not all of them. Okay. My skill issues are a little exacerbated with the this car. And the grass is a lot less forgiving than it used to be. But this run for sure. Maybe I'll have like an R32 training work or something. That'd be good content. I think I left one of my sentences unfinished about the controller. Like, I think a controller would be pretty helpful with this car because you can give more gentle turning inputs instead of like on or off. I kind of like tap the... Oh. I tap A or D like a little bit to kind of ease it into turning. It's working okay, but I think a joystick is a little bit finer grained than that, but you know, at least the guardrail will be turning. I don't know, I feel like this run has started off better than my other runs with R32. So maybe, because I have no idea how to handle this turn. Okay. Alright. Hold on. Wait. Okay. Oh, I got that. I don't got that. I don't got that at all. Okay. And I don't know if this is because of any changes that were made or not. But I feel like of the few times that I flipped the car, it's really not flipping back upright like it was in the last version, which could just be a coincidence, but you know, I really wanted to finish the run with this car like all the way through, and I'm getting better. I'm definitely getting better, but I'm still kind of struggling to get all the way through. You know, guardrails got my back though. Maybe I'll just be like super like careful with my speed or something like that. I don't actually know what I'm doing with this car still. Like, that was pretty good. And you don't really get that with other cars. Because this car just grips the road or something. In a way that the other cars don't. And it goes fast. Okay. Yeah, that was deserved. Okay, I'm stuck. I really hate to restart this much, but it's kind of me being stubborn and trying to finish with this car. I was joking about the training arc, but I think that might just be this video at this point. I think if this run isn't it, I'm gonna move on to this lady or whatever car is next, because that was kind of goofy. Because I want to do all the cars in this video, but I also said that I didn't want this video to be too long. So much for that. I think it's already long. It's okay though. Everyone's watching to the end, right? Sure. But yeah. Let me lock in on this run and try and get it good. It's like I'm learning to walk again. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Now I just gotta like not screw up this turn, which is proved pretty difficult. So I'll just cut the throttle and a little bit and go straight off the road, but still make it. You know, honestly, it takes some drastic measures to be able to finish the run, I think. More turns like that, I think. And you know, I still never figured out the whole handbrake situation. Like, I know what it does, roughly speaking, in like the theoretical use case, but I have yet to successfully use it for better than just the regular brakes anyways. I think the trick here is to just turn later than I would normally in other cars and brake a little bit from the straightaways because I don't really know how to handle speed in this car. Which is like the exact opposite of what I said at the beginning of the runs. Just that first section is really strange for some reason. I don't really know how to describe it. I think this is my best run yet, even if I totally bomb the rest of it. Which, hopefully I don't do that, but that was good. Yeah, I'm realizing I have no idea how I'm going to handle this turn coming up. I'm just going to like send it. Not like that. Never mind. Alright, we're just going to do it normally. Yeah. Any thoughts of sending it were immediately just thrown out the window by me hitting that guardrail. You know, honestly, it's kind of chill. And like, that's pretty good. I don't know, some of these turns just like happen, if that makes sense. Like, it just kind of goes. And I still get 429, like, that's crazy. It was basically 430, but still, like, I guess my straight line speed is just so much higher than everything else that, like, it doesn't matter if I'm running into everything I can, but alright, we'll maybe be able to fit a run with this lady in S13 without getting crazy long videos. Still like to wrap it in neutral for a little bit. We'll see if I can get a clean run in this lady. I wouldn't get too excited. stop paying attention for a second. You're distracted. But surely you can lock in for the rest of this. Oh. It's okay. Oh, I'm kind of stuck to the road. After I say like, I gotta lock in, make this a quick run, and then I do some stupid crap like that. You know, it's just what it is at this point. I'm not redoing it. Because like those cars tend to slide a lot more in those little small turns. I don't know. I managed to like kind of fishtail it through. Consistently too, which is strange. You know, it's kind of nice that I don't have to remember which turn it is I could have to do the like big grass cut on, because I kind of forgot sometimes. Now it's not viable anymore, so I don't have to remember. Kind of nice. Oh, I'm rubbing up against guardrails lately. Don't know why. I suspect it's got to do with me using so many different cars. I'm not really dialed into any one in particular. That being said, I think I'm still going to get an okay time. I think 457's good. Like I said, I don't remember any of my times from before, so I'm just going to assume that that's close. I think I got like 455? Don't really remember, but one of them was. I don't know if it was with this lady or not. Let's do one with the S13, and that'll be it for the video. I don't remember. Oh, we got a song from the second stage. I'm pretty sure it's second stage. I don't really know that you'll be able to hear it too well because I have it turned down, but it's a good song too. I was starting to think I wouldn't see any. Of course, I think with the S13, you can kind of like, I'm pretty sure it's called an inertia drift, or like sling it left and then right, or right and then left. And it makes cornering a little bit. That's not exactly what I meant, but the wall kind of hit me with the assist there. Kind of worked out. I think I've done that once before, maybe twice. So it's kind of nice. You know, after all that talk about inertia drifting, I just don't even attempt it. It's kind of funny. I wasn't going to do it on this turn because I don't really think I'm going fast enough for it to really make sense. I don't really think this turn, after this hill, is really suited for it either. But at least one of them, if I can remember. Oh, that's kind of embarrassing. Yeah, that's kind of... I don't feel like restarting it on, but I haven't really been nailing that, I guess. Like I said, I feel like I got worse by playing all the cars, but like at the start of this recording I was kind of crispy. Maybe I'm still crispy on the 8.6 and FD, but I mean I haven't been doing bad, to be fair. I've been doing reasonable, but I have been a little let down with missing some of the like bigger like drifts, I guess. It's not really like I drive the S13 anyways. Yeah. Like I said, not restarting the round. I'm just lucky I didn't flip over and like soft lock myself. I don't know what to say after that. I gotta like do something cool or something to make up for it. I feel like I dropped the ball. I feel like that was a little bit. I don't know if it makes up for the beginning half of this run, but actually, maybe if I hit the long drift, then that'll make it up for myself in my head, leaving out. And then I can cope by saying it's okay, I don't drive the S13, that I'm not practiced. See, that was... I think that makes up for it. It is true I don't drive the S13 very much. Pretty much all of it has been in videos, which I have like only this one and like one other one that I've driven the S13 in, but I don't really think, for the most part, the like way you drive the cars is kind of the same, unless it's the R32, which is just a completely different ball game. But yeah. Okay. So that's all of the cars. I guess I should get to practicing so I can be a little crispier next time, but I don't know what to pick anymore. I feel like I've been liking most of the cars, and like I said, I might even do a training arc with the R32, but that will all be on video. I'll record it if I do that, I don't know. I probably won't have a lot of time coming up with all the exams and stuff, so it'll happen when it happens, if it happens. That being said, that's it for me. Like, go support the creator, check out this game. I'll have it linked in the description. Yeah, have a good one.